Good morning. It's been a while since I did a video, but this one is going to be about interlocking, which I have mentioned before. I don't do it on a regular basis, but I mostly just do it when I'm bored. And I have a bit of new growth coming up here, so I'm just going to do it now to show you how I do it. I usually do it before washing. Very rarely I do it after washing, because when I wash my hair, I just twist it immediately after, so there's not really any time for me to interlock my entire head and then retwist it, because it would dry out by then. So I'll just show you one here at the front, and let's see here. Yeah, so you can see I have about, I would say, probably just a centimeter of new growth, so it's not much at all. And my hair is due to be washed this week, so that's why it looks a bit fuzzy. So I'll just show you quickly how I do it. And there's two methods. Mostly I use my fingers. So you just basically you make a hole, or like a little tunnel, through the bottom part of the lock like this. So my finger is coming through, and I just take the tip of the lock and push it through and pull it all the way. Then I make another tunnel in the other direction, completely opposite direction, and then I push the lock through. And basically you just keep doing that until the root is tightened. So I just went left to right. I can just try to make it go, people just say north, south, east, west, and then you can go southwest, northeast, if you get what I mean. Just make a star, so like that. And another thing I use a hairpin, because after those first two tightenings, it's gotten a bit too tight for my finger to fit through. So I just push the hairpin through, push the end of the lock through the hairpin, and then, did that work? Okay, that did not work. But you get what I mean. You just push the hairpin through, put the tip of the lock in the hairpin, and you pull that through. See? So it just helps guide it through. So now my root is nice and tight. That's all I can do today. I just did 3, and then my root is tightened. And then the reason why I do interlocking is because it has saved like 1 or 2 of my dreads, and I need to start staying dreads. I know this one, if you look, it kind of goes thin right here, and then it fattens up. And this, I almost lost this entire lock when it was just a little baby. Basically I just had a brilliant idea of cutting my lock, cutting off the fuzz and stuff like that, and bumps and lumps that I had on it, because I wanted them to be so uniformed and nice. And what happened the next time I washed it is that all of the hair around the root got loose, and then my hair was just hanging on by like a few strands of hair. Listen, it was really, really, really bad, and I was so scared to lose it. And I did know about interlocking, so that's the first time I tried it. So I just interlocked all around the root, and then I retwisted it, and I made sure I had a clip on that as long as possible. Every time I wash my hair, I made sure I interlocked that one. And now, fast forward 2 years, this is the result of it. This section here is like so strong. Like I can pull on it like that, and it's not going to come off. So that has definitely saved my lock. And even though obviously it's not uniform, I still like it, and every time I feel it, I just remember interlocking saved my lock. And another one I couldn't even find it this morning when I was like getting ready to do the video, but basically I was washing my hair, and I noticed that one of them was a bit thin at the roots, and I was thinking, oh dear, like I might need to add it to something. But I interlocked it and tightened up the roots, and like I said, I can't even find it now, because interlocking just thickened up everything and made my roots nice and strong, and it really does help. The only thing that I have realized now that I might regret later is that if I do want to take out my locks, when you interlock your hair, I don't want to say it's impossible, but it makes it 10 times more difficult to take out your locks. So if that's something that you definitely want to do, like you definitely want to do locks for a few years and then pick them out, then I would advise against interlocking. But other than that, it really has helped my hair. Honestly, like 1 or 2 locks in here, I had to tighten the roots because some of them are quite thin. Like you can see, this lock is, it's not thin to the point of where I'm scared, but the width of it is quite thin compared to other thick ones, like for example for this one. And interlocking has helped me keep them. And one other thing I know people don't like, I hope I'm not rambling too much, but they want uniform locks, and that does look really nice. And I think interlocking does make it look a bit bumpy, but I kind of like it. I just think it's cute and quirky, and I just like how my hair looks, because obviously you can see my hair is not completely straight and uniform, but like I said, I like it. You can see exactly, I mean, you can't see where I've interlocked versus where I've twisted, but I just like how it looks. And then, I mean, if you're wondering how often I do it, honestly, I would say probably once every 2 months or something like that. It's really not something I do often. Most of the time I retwist, I interlock when I'm bored. Simple as that. I'll be sitting watching TV, and then I know if I have my hands in my hair and then I notice, oh, there's a bit of new growth there, I would interlock about 10 and I leave it. Maybe a week later I interlock another 10 and I leave it. Once I sat down and interlocked my hair, it took me over an hour. It takes a long time because you have to go through each loop for each lock. So, but that's my video on interlocking. If you do have any questions, as always, please feel free to ask. And yeah, so that's how I maintain my hair. Bye.